Hi, my name is Alexis. My job is to help you get back with your ex, and in today's video I want to spend a bit of time detailing some signs that people might perceive as negative signs from their ex, which are actually very positive. The thing is, your ex is not rational. Nobody is rational. Human beings are not rational by essence. We think we are, but we are not. And that's the thing I want to highlight in this video, is all those behavior, all those signs that you see from your ex that are confusing. I've been in your shoes and it's very confusing to understand what happened, understand why they took that decision, understand why 6 months ago you were talking about a marriage, kids, and now it's over. And we're gonna see today those strong signs, or those signs that could be confusing, that your ex actually wants you back. I'll explain you after the jingle.
IGetMyExBack.com. Everyone deserves a second chance.
Before I do, I want to remind you that I put together a quiz for you to know if you have any chance to get back with your ex. It's totally free, and the idea is, of course, signs are good, but I've put together something with a psychologist to know whether statistically you have any chance to get back with your ex. And of course, I took a margin, but if you're below 15, the score is below 15, I think it's time to move on. I think it's statistically impossible for you to get back together. So take the quiz, it's free. The link is in the description and also in the first comment. And also, don't hesitate to have a look in the description. There are a few links if you want to get in touch with me. I've seen some comments recently of people asking me, how can I contact you? I will leave my contact details there so you can WhatsApp me anytime you want if you have any questions, and I'm here for you. So, the other you, what you have to understand, and it's always like that, a dumper would create a really strong negative image of you because they need that to confirm that their decision is the right one. And so they will create what is called a cognitive bias to comfort their decision. For example, you might have done or said white lies in the past, but for them, it's like you're a compulsive liar. You might have, I don't know, did something wrong, but unintentionally. For them, you did it on purpose. You might got angry one day because you were tired, I don't know, came back from work. For them, you have anger management issues. And so they would constantly, and most dumpers, if not all dumpers, they would exaggerate all those traits. They would really put that negative image on you. So, now that you've been dumped in a way, what you should do? You should be consistent with your best self-image. So of course there's a work at reflecting what went wrong, reflecting what you could change, reflecting whether you could change, reflecting if it's what you want really, and really live up to that standard. Be closer to the person they fell in love with. I'm doing this video because I believe that when you're in a relationship with someone and you fell in love with that person, I think it's just a waste, it's just a pity that it couldn't work. And I'm doing those videos for people who are madly in love, who are about to build a future together. And it's really about how I can help you guys to connect, to repair those relationships. Because it's possible if you were madly in love, it's possible if you're serious about getting back together, and it's possible if you have this belief that you can change and believe that you can sort things out. Because I've helped people doing it, I know you can do it, but it's really about being consistent. And what you want your ex to see, now we're gonna try to influence our ex a little bit. It's not manipulation, but it's just taking from your point of view, your work, your self-development. What you want to create in the head is a what the fuck moment, okay? So you need some space to work on yourself, reassess, understand what went wrong, leave there a bit of space. I've done a lot of videos on no contact, and then you reconnect. And when you reconnect, this is the what the fuck moment you have to create. They, when they broke up, had this image of you're lazy, you're too old, anything you do, you're too slow. And they have this image of yourself like maybe 80 years old. But then they'll see you and you're like super active, easygoing, chatting, very energetic. And they're gonna see like a really strong difference between what they thought you were versus who you are now. And of course, maybe, let's say that's your normal you. When they broke up with you, they had this image of you like, no, you know, it's been too many years of you being complacent and, I don't know, not making any effort. So rather than seeing you like this, I'm seeing you like this. I dump you. And you've worked on yourself. You've understood, you know, the different things where you were too complacent and stuff like that. So you're here. And now they have this picture in their head of this, and visually this. So it's really about, again, I talked about rational. It's really about how this rational, this reality confronts their internal emotional reality. And they will feel really uncomfortable with that. And so from this, we can get some very confusing signs that I will detail right now. The first one is they'll pull back. They'll basically be, what the fuck, right? And you'll see that they'll pull back, but they won't pull back because they don't want you anymore. They just want to pull back to reassess. They want to pull back to reassess whether, okay, am I crazy? What did I do? And they'll probably check on their friends. They'll probably ask, you know, have you seen Alexis the other day? Like, he's changed quite a lot. I mean, am I crazy or? And they'll reassess. They'll need a bit of time to reassess whether this emotional picture that they have is actually real. The second sign, which is also very confusing, they discourage you from trying. They'll tell you, no, but you're too good for me, or you'll be happier with someone else. I can't make you happy. All this kind of stuff. In those occasions, and I think it's when you have strong emotional connection with your ex. Obviously, if it's just 2 days after the breakup, they tell you that, be aware. But if you have like strong, you've reconnected, you have that connection with them, and they tell you like, no, sorry, I think you'll be better off without me. There's also, you have to acknowledge that there's also some logistics stuff going on, perhaps. Maybe they haven't done the effort, or they're not ready to make the process to disclose that you might get back together to their family, to their friends. Maybe they were super hard on you with their family, and now they would feel really bad telling to their parents like, yeah, actually, so I'm getting back with Alexis, kind of screwed up, so whatever I said about him, that's wrong, I've changed my mind. So it could be difficult. It doesn't mean that it's impossible. You have to acknowledge that sometimes there's some friction in the process on their end. Could be that they're in a rebound relationship and they're like, well, I need to dump that guy. I'm not sure. Well, it's complicated. I've dumped Alexis already, so I need to dump that guy again, and it's really bad. I'll be the bad person again. So all these kind of things create friction, and that's why sometimes they'll say, no, you're better off, because they feel that the pain of sorting out that logistic is stronger than the pleasure of getting back with you. So it's really about, again, if we go back to our previous slide, it's really about how you be consistent in portraying that best version of yourself. The third sign is they keep you at an arm length. It's basically you have platonic discussion. So you're still in touch with them, but it's very much platonic. It's nothing intimate at this stage. Again, what they want is to really want to assess. They really want to understand whether they are ready to move back with you. It's not that you have no chance. The thing is, there's the friend zone thing. And that's why sometimes it's good to have a coach, because it really depends on cases. It really depends on the language, on what your ex will say. So I forgot to mention that, but you can also give me a call if you have any questions. If you feel, for example, that you're in touch with your ex, you've done radio silence, no contact, you're in touch with your ex now, but you feel like you're going nowhere. You feel like, okay, what should I say? What should I do? Give me a call and I'll be more than happy to tell you what to do, what you say. I have free consultation available in my diary, about 10 per week. The link is also in the description, so have a look. Jump on the phone with me. I'll be more than happy to discuss and help you out. So, but also what you have to acknowledge is they don't want to give you false hopes. They don't know what they want, right? So instead of ruining all their chances to get back with you, they keep you at an arm's length and they assess what they want. In the meantime, again, you're working on yourself at being the best version of yourself. And then what you have to do is to really assess whether it's progressing, whether they are letting go a little bit and create that stronger emotional connection. If you stay really neutral and i.e. in the friend zone for too long, that's dangerous. So you have to, if that's the case, again, you have to force a little bit the decisions to understand where they are, because you can't, I hate when my clients put themselves in a situation where they expect something from the other. They're just waiting from the other. At some point, you need to force a decision. And so you need to understand that, yes, your ex needs to reassess. Your ex needs to want to understand what they want. But at the same time, you can't wait 6 months, 1 year for them to decide. Okay, because otherwise you'll be living, waiting for something. And life is too short for that. Number 4, they make you jealous. It's a very confusing sign again. And the way they would do it sometimes is that they would say, I'm dating someone. Well, are you dating someone? Because they don't want to come across as too needy by asking the question, so you're dating people, or are you on Tinder? Or so they'd rather be in that superior position, like, yeah, I'm dating that person. I hope that's cool with you. And what you have to understand is when an ex says that, it's because they want you to react. If they were really over with you, if they were, done with you, they wouldn't have to disclose that they have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, right? They just don't need to get your approval or to react because you're not in the picture anymore. So why would they say that to you? Remember that it could be a confusing sign. It's just that they want to know if there's any chance to get back with you, and they're testing this way. Okay, so be mindful of this sign, which is really confusing sign as well. And again, it depends. It depends on the signs. I've listed 4 signs. If there are other signs that you see from your ex that you feel are very confusing, that you think that could be interpreted in a good and a bad way, don't hesitate to share them in the comment section, and I'll let you know what I think about those signs. And if you like the video, as always, don't forget to click on the like button. It does help me a lot. And you can also subscribe to watch other videos. I post my videos on a daily basis. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.
IGetMyExBack.com. Everyone deserves a second chance.